Our highest ever project and one of the biggest headaches I've ever had to complete. This week is Solar Scaffolding. The deadline has been set, but are we going to meet it? My name's Joe, we are Solar Scaffolding, and this is episode 65. So we're back up at Whitehall Court. I'm hoping this will be our last day of taking this scaffold up. There's it's been an absolute disaster of a project. It's been pure chaos, but I'm starting to see the end is finally near. We've got 8 men up there today, 9 men up there today. We've got 2 lads that have come in from the Scaffold Olympics project. Like I say, we're going to be mob-handed up there. The client is on us, the client's up there as well. So we need to get up there, make sure there's an efficient plan in place, and just get up there and get cracking. The client is still upon us, the pressure is mounting, and we just need to have this wrapped up today in very, very good time. So we're gonna get up there to the boys, get cracking, and see what the situation is. So we are back, rocking and rolling. I've actually got Lewis behind the camera today. Abs isn't here. Yeah, we've got a very busy day at hand. We've got the traffic management set up in place as well, as we had last week. And there's an awful lot to do. We've got boys on the lorry. We've got main walking materials through. All this is shut off so the public are nice and safe. And we want to get this as close to being wrapped up today as we can. We've got a load of labour and we've got additional men in. And we need a busy, busy day. The client's out here as well, walking the scaffold. So I imagine they're going to find some issues that we're going to have to resolve nice and efficiently. And we've got another busy day. We've got Jamal there. Actually moving. Oh, morning Gaffer. Wow. That was just for the camera. Tyler's here getting set up. What's happening, geezer? We good? Good man, getting harnessed up. And then we've got Lewis up there on the lift. The boys are already up there, they're out of sight, which means they're up and cracking. And we're gonna jump up and we're gonna see what the situation is. There's a lot here to do today, and we need this wrapped up very, very quickly. Yeah, we need to be out of here ASAP.
What's going on, man?
You all right, man?
Good,
Yeah. Geezer, what's happening? You all right, bro? Yeah, you good?
Come on.
Good.
Job then, nuisance.
Tough, mate, nightmare. We're hoping for a big day here today. We've got manpower up here, we've got manpower down there. The hoist is going to be flat out up and down. So we are back at Whitehall Court. We've got the boys in from the Scaffold Olympics. They've been called in for backup. The boys, to start with, are running in the last layer lift. That is going to get us up to height. And then we are onto the tube and fitting, something that we know best as we start attacking the spires and getting this closer and closer to wrap up. We need to be out of here rapido. We're hoping that we can be there or thereabouts today, but I'm sure there's going to be some spanner in the works that may cause that not to be possible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 16 1 metre. 12, 0.7 threes. Laylows.
Is that for the lift underneath as well?
Yeah. 16 big ones.
16 big layloads.
And 12, 0.7 threes.
12 small layloads.
So the boys are already strapped in, working as a team. The information is getting to the labourers on the floor, and they need to work in an efficient way on the ground to get the material up here as safe and efficiently as possible.
Tie going in, boys, tie going in. Come show them what's going on.
While we are short on content because the cameraman has filmed in a different way to the way we normally do, we are still able to show you this being on the way to completion. The boys are working well as a team, but it is a massive ask for us to have this completely wrapped up today.
We've done the snagging on the first lift, so the next point now we're going to run in our second lift. So if you can see our doubles up here, basically we'll have a line of ledges in here, like we have below, back to the traditional tube and fitting. So our last boarded lift will be here, if you come with me. We'll have another structural lift. So we've got a 2 metre lift in here. We'll have another 2 metre lift in here, structural lift. And then what we're doing, our eventual plan is to go up round the spire up there. What you'll have 2 boarded lifts here. Then you'll end up with a structural lift, and then it'll be beam lift thrown in. And what we're going to do, we're going to cantilever it. So off this pair of standards here, we're going to have a 6 metre beam running around the back of the spire. And then on our outside liner standards, we're going to have a set of beams running the whole full length, because what we're going to do, we're going to go around the front of this one up there, and then we'll end up going around the same again up that top up there. So our lift will run right through, our beams will go around the outside, and then we'll box around the cupolas. Keep a continuation of the gear coming up here, so Lewis needs help putting the long in the basket to get him up here.
Yeah, I helped him get all the long in the basket, and I went and got the caps.
Well, so why are they not coming up then? There's still 416s to put in there. Come on, hurry up.
Kieran's getting frustrated with the boys on the ground. Even though the boys are constantly moving, it takes so much time to get material up and down. Any form of delays down below are really felt above. There's 4 hungry scaffolders here that need feeding, and any sort of delays are causing friction. So we've finally got a load of gear up. Obviously we had a bit of a nightmare because the long had fallen over. Aaron jumped down and Kieran jumped down to sort the boys out. And yeah, we've now got material up. So the long's been pulled over, Drew's got them in, and they're now running these ledgers through, right the way through. Once this is in, it's a case just rinse and repeat to get us up to height. And like I said, we've got these 3 polars to attack. So we've got a stack around the 2 here, the 2 on the sides, and then it's up to the face of this one. So the boys are making good progress. The client was out here this morning, and they're happy-ish, but there's still some snagging to do. So we're waiting on that to come through as well. And then we're just trying to make good ground of getting this as complete as we can today. Drew's just shouting there now for some 10s, which I don't think we have up here, so they're going to need to come up as well. But it's just slow. Obviously, the hoist is slow up and down. There's only a certain amount of weight they can actually take as well. And we've got men up here that are obviously, once it comes in, they're flying it through. They're very good scaffolders, these boys. But it's just a case of getting it in and keeping them moving and keeping that flow. And the other thing that slows it down as well is just the walk from ground level to the lorry, and it's such a trek getting to and from. With the material finally up from ground level, the boys are able to start running in the tube and fitting lift. This is our base for the access to the 3 highest points of the building. We are on the home straight, and it looks like the end could be near.
You want another cut for me?
Probably sail that in a little bit. Yeah.
Move the tranny back.
Obviously, just butt it out on this, lift your 2 13s, and we cut your boards in on the end. Instead of the middle this time.
Is that what you're going to do, yeah?
Yeah, big,
So
you want it? 10-foot tubes coming up, ain't we?
Yes.
Shit. And then we just tie 2 10s in the middle, eh? That'll be solid.
Using for that 6 foot, I'll do that, will it? Some over there.
Yeah.
And with it getting closer to that time, the boys have got a question regarding lunch.
Where are you taking us, Joe?
In it.
Where are you taking us? We're no good.
First taxi home.
I'm actually sat here today doing my last ever pre-edit for our YouTube video before we hand everything over to our full-time editor who starts next week, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. The content is about to go through the roof. We're also investing in a new camera, and that's going to make things look very cinematic, and the editor is going to pull it together on a whole new level. We are no longer going to be editing in-house, and things are about to step up. However, talking of stepping up, when you step up on scaffold, you need to ensure that you are safe at all times. Image is also very, very important for repeat business. And this gets me onto this little goodie next to me. Now, as you know, we are fully backed by leeches who, without a shadow of doubt, are the best when it comes to being safe and looking smart. Now, we've had 2 new starters very recently, and it is company policy that all the boys have to be wearing Big Ben. Now, we have These hard hats that have been sent out, you see me wear them every single week, and they are, without a shadow of a doubt, the best on the market. The quality is unbelievable, they're comfy, and they look the absolute nuts. Now, if you would like to grab yourself one of these hard hats or anything from Leeches, you can do so by clicking the link in the description and use our discount code STELLAR15 to grab your products from any time now. Now, with that said and done, it's time for us to get back to Whitehall Court and see how close we can get to wrapping up this absolute monster. So a very, very busy start. Lots happening here. We've got the boys up the top. This lift wasn't in there this morning. It is in there now. That is the last lift of layer done. Brittan's just down here. And yeah, it's busy. There's the client's been out today. There's a snagging list to sort. Yeah, this is getting it. Finally, this job. And yeah, progress is happening. So the boys are meant to be sending material up in the hoist, but they've knocked over the basket. So Kieran's had to jump down now. And yeah, we are waiting now because we've got no material. The boys need the long to get these ledges in here. This obviously the next bit of material that's needed. Get these ledges in, and we can carry on. Everything is up to this point. So we're now at a standstill, which is frustrating. We've got loads of manpower here, but the labourers are not getting the material up quick enough. The basket is slow anyway. But yeah, this is really slowing us down, which is frustrating because we've got everything set here. We can get everything in. We've got everything that we need to run it in, but we can't go any further. So it's very, very frustrating. We are now wasting time. And yeah, time that we do not have on our hands. So the boys are back up there now. I just wanted to have a little run through of you here. Obviously, one of the things that's killed us a little bit on this project is the logistics. So not only is it the case of getting material from depots to here, but also once we're here, it's the logistics of getting the material from the wagon and over to where the boys are there. So obviously the lads can only take a certain amount of weight at a time. Like they can't obviously, like you can't strip the whole lorry and being in one trip. Like realistically, with a long 21-foot tubes, you're taking one at a time. Obviously with the 8s, you probably take 3 at a time. With the 10-foot tubes, probably the same as well. 16s, maybe 2, 13s, maybe 2 or 3. And there's a lot of materials coming, obviously the same with the layer. Obviously there's so many separate components there. So it just takes time getting it in there. And obviously like as well, you've got people now and again that are coming through the barriers, and people like, I think one of the things that's common in places like this is people see the barriers, they're on their phone, they're not really present as to where they are, and all they'll do is just come through, slip through the barrier, and then all of a sudden they're in our station, which obviously, one, it's obviously a risk for their health and safety, but also it just slows things down, and it's so easy to lose minutes on site. Going back to the logistics here, once the boys have got the material in, they then got the walk there. And obviously when I started talking, Jams was about halfway between here and the edge, and he's only just got back. So you can see the walk it's a long walk, and it's like, it's a process up and down, it's relentless up these stairs, and just getting material in, it just takes time, you know, and it's like, it's one of the things that's hard to account for, you know, like when you're actually pricing a job, like how do you actually know, like how do you genuinely know how long it's going to take in labour, or how much it's going to cost you to get material from here to here? Like you can ballpark what, an extra week, but is it that? Do you know what I mean? Like, like how can you account for that? And obviously that's where a lot of time is lost, is in man hours, and that's where people lose their most money. It's on additional man hours on site, you know. So one of the things now, obviously, that I've had on this is I've overspent about 25 grand. I've got a client that's up my arse, and they're stressed because their program's messed up as well, and their clients onto them. And yeah, it's just one of those things. It's been a bit of a job, and we're still not done yet. The end is getting there. And Kieran's come to me today while I was on lunch, and he said, look, I want to make sure we can get these spires wrapped up today. So hopefully we can do that. But yeah, it's just a lot of work in getting the material in. And even once they're here, you know, like they're stacking material there, and then it's for the boys to pull up onto the gantry. And then once they're on the gantry, you can see that you've got the boys there, and they're fixing tube. They built a little rack there on the basket, and you can see that they've then got to fix it onto the little tube at the top, and then it goes up and in. So it's just like, the process is so long. And then even when it's in the basket, you've then got to wait for it to go up to the top. And then once it's up the top, you've got the man who's then pulling it over and feeding it to the scaffolder. So there's so many processes that take place from any bit of material to go from the lorry into a place where it's actually fixed and on the scaffold. So we're back up here after lunch. The boys are absolutely flying. The second lift is in already, and progress is looking very, very good. We're now up here, the main event, about to attack these spires here and here, and yeah, we're getting closer and closer now, which I'm very, very pleased about. Scaffold is in, the second lift. done. The boys are on it now. That's where we were today, down here. This is the extra lift that's gone in today as well that I'm stood on now. We've got all this boxed in here. This is the boys' little area to get material up, as you can see, which is nice and safe. We've got drip tank down there in the hoist. He's clipped on. And yeah, we are working nice and efficiently and safely too. We've got the man there getting everything up here to the boys, and then it goes straight into the working station. So you can see, from what I was saying earlier, you can see the journey, obviously, of the material. The lorry is all the way out there, and it's got to come in through this park, right the way through, up onto the gantry, from the gantry to the hoist, from the hoist up here, and then once it's up, it comes in, as you can see, from Dritan to Aaron, and then it goes up. But it's very, very busy here. There's a lot happening now. Progress is really, really good. I'm very happy. And yeah, we are making ground. I can see that finally we might be starting to turn this around.
Tie that cutter in a sec.
Down on the floor.
Nah,
They cut boards down there.
Kieran and Drew are now up there on the second lift of the tube and fitting scaffold. This is getting us closer and closer to the tops of the cupolas. Once we are up to height, we've then got another lift to go, and then we oversell the beams on either end. This is where things get technical, and once the boys are at this point, they'll be working 165 feet in the air. We're moving, definitely. We are finally at the highest point of the building. I never thought I'd say it on this project, to be honest, but we are, yeah, we're up there. The boys are right up there now. And yeah, this is getting very, very close to completion. Boys are up there. The spires are here and things are getting there. Very, very happy. Oh, we're out of focus now. We're back in focus. And yeah, so from ground level, look at this, look at the height. Absolute madness. Yeah, doing bits, the boys. Yeah, right up here. Unfortunately, we've had to cut the episode short because a load of the content is missing. This is obviously extremely frustrating as we're trying to bring you as much as possible of this project. Additionally, the last day when the beams actually went in, we were not able to film, and therefore we aren't able to bring you the finale and pinnacle of this project. However, we are going to show you the finished article soon, and feel it's worth mentioning that when we thought we had the project wrapped up, we then had to put in an additional access which carried us over to the following week. We've also got new cameras we're getting as well, so we're looking to really from here step the content up. Obviously keep the rawness and realness, definitely, but I think the production could be better and is going to be better. So there might be a couple of teething problems while we make those changes, but listen, it's all about bringing you guys the best content and yeah, making sure that these videos just keep getting better and better and better. The channel's on the up, we are doing very well, but yeah, we've definitely had a slight hindrance with that project. It's just been a nightmare, but listen, the deadline's been set. We think we should now be done there in a couple of days. I mean, the main work will be done tomorrow, and then it's just the snagging. So yeah, the end is near. I do apologise that we're not going to be there for you to see the boys getting the beams in, because them beams cantilevered around the spires are going to look unbelievable. It's some serious work, serious high level work, and yeah, but absolutely shattered, to be honest. I think there's just been so much going on. I think I've now got a bit of a release of that job being wrapped up, but I'm very pleased. And listen, it's like anything, without the right boys, without the right people, you know, these sorts of things just don't happen. And you know, when push came to shove, the boys stuck together, and yeah, we pulled it out of the bag. And the client was happy today, so we managed to put it back together and get hold of the situation. And yeah, it's looking likely now that we are yeah, we're going to meet the final deadline. But listen, we next week I will show you that wrapped up. We've also got a whole build coming as well, a whole build of a scaffold that's going on the back of an Arctic lorry, That's going to be a whole build project, a full build for you guys to see. And yeah, there's just so much to come, more and more and more. And yeah, I can't wait to show you what we've got in store. But I'm going to use that to wrap up the episode. As always, thank you to every single person who likes, comments, and is subscribed. If you haven't already, please do so. And we'll see you again next week for episode 66.